what was I most excited about? The food, of course! Korean Air brings back so many childhood memories. When I was a kid, my family always flew with them on trips to Korea. I remember feeling super comfortable and safe, the food was great, and the service was amazing. I hadn't flown with them in many years, and finally, in 2025, it was time again. I was curious if anything had changed. Outbound flight, Zurich to Incheon. First meal, bibimbap. Bibimbap is a classic Korean dish. The name literally means mixed rice. It's made by serving different kinds of veggies and either meat or tofu over rice, all neatly arranged in a bowl. If you're into spicy food, you can add some gochujang, the famous Korean chili paste, for that extra kick. Then you just mix everything together and dig in. I actually posted a recipe video for bibimbap a while back. You can find the link in the description. I was a bit surprised there were no warm towels before the meal. They used to hand out nice warm ones. Now it's just disposable wipes. Well, better than nothing. The bibimbap was a bit cold, which was disappointing, but the miso soup was warm and comforting. The pickled cucumbers were crunchy, spicy, and really tasty. Bibimbap has always been Korean Air classic, and I used to love it as a kid. Even now, it still tastes great, just wish it was hotter. After dessert, I was so full that I saved the chocolate muffin for later. Second meal, egg omelette in tomato sauce. About 2 hours before landing, we got our second meal. The omelette was fluffy and creamy, probably because of the cream cheese filling. The rösti patty was a bit dry, same with the croissant, but the yogurt and fresh fruits made up for it. Overall, I was happy with the meal. I was a bit disappointed there were no mid-flight snacks this time. Back in the day, Korean Air used to offer instant cup noodles and warm kimbap. Maybe I just slept through it. Later I found out they stopped serving cup noodles because some passengers burned themselves during turbulence. Fair enough, but kimbap would have worked, right? Return flight Incheon Zurich. First meal, beef stew with mashed potatoes and vegetables. It looked great, but the beef wasn't as tender as I'd hoped. The real stars were the salads, super fresh and flavorful. The pasta salad was especially good. I was also happy to see Camembert. It felt like a little taste of Switzerland. The dessert cake was fluffy, sweet, and delicious. Snacks! Finally, there were some snacks on this flight. First, an egg sandwich from Paris Baguette with fresh lettuce and tomato. Then the highlight, a warm corn dog with ketchup. It was sweet, soft, and just perfect. By the way, this is a silk bonnet. It looks a bit funny. I kinda look like a nun, but it keeps my hair from getting all frizzy and static. A game changer. I honestly don't know why they didn't have this on the first flight. I definitely would have woken up if I'd smelled that. Second meal, japchae with vegetables and rice. Japchae is a Korean glass noodle dish stir-fried with veggies. Super tasty and perfectly seasoned. Adding rice was a nice touch. The noodles had that perfect chewy texture, and I could literally hear all the passengers slurping around me. The fresh fruit was surprisingly juicy and crisp. And the little coffee-flavored bun was fine. Nothing special, but okay. Final thoughts. Korean Air's food is still excellent, fresh, flavorful, and with good variety. There are always 2 or 3 options to choose from, usually one Korean and one Western. Sure, some things have changed. No more hot towels and snacks aren't guaranteed on every flight, but overall, it still feels like the Korean Air I remember. I'd definitely fly with them again. Swiss also flies direct from Zurich to Incheon, so maybe next time I'll give them a try, just to see how their food compares.